This is my forever hardcore Minecraft world, and I have everything I want except for every single automatic farm made in the game. So today is going to be the first video of many in this series of making every automatic farm in hardcore Minecraft. And today we're going to be making 3 separate farms. We're going to be making an automatic sugarcane farm, a creeper farm with 3 layers, and one of the biggest iron golem farms I've ever made. So stick around to the end of the video as my world changes a lot in these next couple of days. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to work on the sugarcane farm first. So we need to grab a bunch of materials in order to get this farm going. So that's what we're going to start off by doing. The first thing we got to do though is grab a shulker box, and then we can start collecting all of the materials. So we got our 2 stacks of cobblestone. Now we need to get 44 glass and 22 dirt. All right, now we're going to grab some of the sand for the actual windows. All right, now we have more than enough sand, and so we're going to put this into the furnaces in our base, and then we're going to go collect the rest of the resources as well. Well, we have everything except for the redstone components, so we need to grab some more redstone before we can actually build this farm. So I'm going to go grab some redstone real quick. Thank goodness we have a mine right next to us that we can go grab a bunch of redstone. But first, I need to go get my Fortune 3 pickaxe out of one of my shulkers. Great, now that we got our Fortune 3 netherite pickaxe, we're going to head right into the mine and grab some redstone. And there we go, our first little bit of redstone. All right, we finally got all of the resources for the build, and now we're going to go to our farming district, and we're going to start the build right now. Now we're going to build it right here next to that creeper farm. Now that we got the area flattened out, we can start building this sugarcane farm. First thing we got to do is dig a 3x3 hole. And we got to get our resources and place our 3 double chests right next to each other. Then we got to put our hoppers right next to them. All right, so now we got to build 5 blocks like this, place a redstone block like that, and 5 more blocks like this. We got to do the exact same thing on the other side. Then we got to put the rails around the outside. So we're going to grab all of our rails, and we're going to just put them around like this. Now that we got that placed, we're going to put our building blocks on top of these rails. So we're going to build it up like this, and we're going to put our blocks above this like this. Then we're going to do that on the other side as well. Then we're going to put our dirt blocks along this concrete slab over the actual rails. And once again, we're going to put our building blocks right down the center. The next thing we need to do is put water along both of these little canal things. So we're going to grab our water buckets, and we're going to make an infinite source of water real quick, and then we can just take them and put them in those little trenches. There we go. The first one's full. Now time for the second. There we go. They're both all the way full. All right, now we got to put the sugarcane onto the dirt. Once the sugarcane's on the dirt, now we are going to have to build a layer above both of these with just our building blocks. After that is done, now we got to put the pistons facing outwards. Now that we got all the pistons done, we are going to put another layer of our building block. Now we're going to put the observers with the red dot facing inwards. Now once again, we're going to place our building blocks like this, and then we're going to put a temporary block right here, and we are going to put our glass down. And we got to repeat that process for the other side as well. And once that is all done, now we got to put the redstone dust just in the center, and then we got to come down, break the corner of this, grab our minecart with the hopper inside of it, and place it down and push it. And then we just place that block back. All right, now since we got that farm done and hopefully it will work, the next matter of business is actually building an extra layer onto this. Because this creeper farm, it works, just not super well as of right now. So I'm planning on making an extra 1 to 2 layers on top of it so that we got to get a lot extra creepers when we AFK up there. So all I got to do is create the exact same build, just 1 layer above it. So what we're going to do is we're going to build 2 layers like this, or 3 layers like this. And if you're wondering, why are you building 3 layers? Because we have to place another block on top so that the creepers will actually spawn. But before we do any more of this, we got to go grab all of the resources for it, which shouldn't be too hard because we already have a good amount here. But we do need to go grab a lot more stuff. We need to go grab some more trapdoors, and as well as trapdoors, we've got to grab some more wood and a lot more cobblestone. So we're gonna go grab all those resources real quick. Now that we got all of the resources in here, we do actually need to bring 2 cats. So we are gonna breed, and I'm sorry if your cat gets bred with another cat and I take the descendants. That's just how it's gonna be, because we need to get as many little kitties as possible. There we go. Now we got all the kitties. We're gonna bring them all over to the creeper farm. There we go. Now we got all of these guys over here. And now we can finish making this. But first, we've got to remove this layer that is above these trapdoors and place it with a regular cobblestone blocks. Now we just got to do this over the whole thing. Now, instead of the trapdoors being on that layer, we're going to put them right here on this layer. And we do have to mine this whole other side real quick as well. All right, now that we got all of that placed in, now we need to copy the exact design that is below with carpet. So carpet goes here, here, here. I'm pretty sure that is it. If I drop down, 2 apart and 2 back. These actually need to go on the back part of the wall. But other than that, we were 90% right. Now we just got to repeat that same process on the other side. All right, now that we got all of that down, what we do next is we put the trapdoors on top, which should be just like this. Now we just got to repeat that process for the other side as well. Okay, now that we got all of those in, we've got to put the cats in the back part of each carpet. Then we're going to bring them up here, bring them back here. We're going to make this dude sit, and we're going to push him into that back corner. And when he grows up, he will scare all of them away. There we go. Now we got to bring this dude to the other side, bring him over here. We got to make him sit, and once again, put him into the back part. Now that should scare any creepers that do spawn in here. We're going to put walls up here and wall up here. And now we've got to just do the same thing. We've just got to put the blocks on top, build it up 3 layers again, and then we are all set to do the 3rd layer. We're going to put these down like that, just like that, and then continue building all of this off. Now that we got that all built off, we got to build this up 3 layers once again. All right, now that we got all of that done and we can replace these things in here, now we just got to repeat the same exact process we did for the last part. But before we do that, I'm going to go to bed so you guys can have a better view of what I'm actually doing. All right, the first thing we're going to do is place the carpet down because once again, that's what you got to do. Now that we got the carpet down, we can start to put the trapdoors at the top of this roof. We're already out of our trapdoors, so we're going to hopefully craft enough just from here. Real quick, I'm going to fly back to the base and grab a little bit more spruce wood because we do not have enough for all of the trapdoors. All right, now that we got all of that done once again, we are gonna go grab the 2 last little kitties and we are going to get them to come up here so we can put them in the corners, and then we just gotta build off the last part, which is the roof, and we are all done with this build. And they went on the top. I don't know what this tall kitty is doing, but this little guy down here, he's gonna go in this little back part real quick. All right, now he's in the perfect spot. Now we gotta come back this way. Come down here. Yep, there we go. We're gonna bring him a little bit further over. Make him sit. Put him back in this little corner, just like that. Now all we gotta do is put these blocks right here. And we gotta put the rest of the cobblestone on top. We're just gonna put these blocks around here on the outside because why not? I mean, technically you don't need them, but just in case we want to add another layer pretty darn soon, we're gonna just add all of these blocks right here just to make it easier on us when we do come back to build another layer. Now everything should be fully blocked off and the farm should be working. The only way to test it out is to go AFK all the way up there. But first I want to go check on the sugarcane and make sure it has produced some sugarcane, as that is one of the most important things we need right now. And now that we got both the sugarcane farm, that looks a little weird because that one little slot right there, and the creeper farm all upgraded, we are going to finish this video by working on a absolutely massive iron farm. So we're gonna get started right away on that. Alright, so now we're working on the iron golem farm. Now we need to get all the materials for the iron golem farm, so we need to get a empty shulker box, and we're gonna start collecting all the items. Alright, well we have got everything we need for this build in here. Now, what we gotta do is go find the plot of land that is flat enough in order to actually build this iron golem farm. And I think I'm gonna actually build it right here, but first we gotta clear out enough flat land for it. Now we gotta place the rest of these blocks down to make it even larger. Alright, now that we got that big square all cut and placed down, we're gonna actually start building the iron golem farm. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is dig a 9x9 that is 2 blocks deep. So we're gonna go right about here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're gonna dig it another block down. Now that I dug out the 9x9x2, I gotta put water in each corner. So I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. All right, now that I got water, I'm gonna put it in each corner, and that should leave a block in the center. Now I gotta place 8 fences around this single block right here. Gotta open them all up as well. Now I gotta make this 3x3, 30 blocks deep. All right, now we gotta dig out a small room in one of these sides, so I'm gonna do it right here. We're gonna put our double chest right here and our 9 hoppers connecting to it. Now I gotta put all of my signs around this. Now I've gotta put my bucket of lava right there on that block, and it should stay all the way on the top. There we go. Now I need to dig 7 blocks back. Now once again, I have to dig all the way back up and use my ladders to get all the way up. There we go, we are all the way up now. All right, now I gotta count 3 blocks diagonally and break the blocks on the 3rd block like this. Now I need to make this whole 7 blocks deep total. Now I need to dig the little room away from the thing, so I need to dig it this way. Now I need to place the 3 beds down and then put some slabs over here. So I gotta go grab my thing. Now I need to place torches down in here and some other stuff, so I gotta go grab more resources. Then I need to grab a boat and place it directly in the center of this, just like that. Now I need to dig a stairway out of this and then place the trapdoors like this so I can lure zombies into there. Now I need to do the exact same thing I just did here in the other 3 corners. All right, so the next thing before we get all of the things in here is we need to actually use a shovel to make this thing 3 width around the whole rest of the thing. And after we put the villagers in here, we'll do that as well. But we're gonna just do this for right now. I'm gonna actually try and lure a zombie into here just so he'll go down in the boat right away. Okay, so what is that? Hopefully he will walk down. Now I need to do the rest. Come here, zombie. I'm gonna get this guy and hopefully bring him over here. Okay, well, obviously that guy doesn't want to go in the boat, so I gotta check the other ones and see if they will actually go down in the boat or not. And this one's stuck right there. This is the only one I haven't done so far, but let's check if this guy went down or not. Okay, he's in the boat. So we're gonna try and get this guy and put him in this one, and then we're gonna see if they'll all go in the boat or not. There we go. He's going down. We're gonna check. This guy still hasn't gone down. There we go. We finally got this guy in. Let's see if this guy got in. Nope, that guy's still stuck. So we're gonna have to do the same strat with this kid. Okay, that's 2 of them down so far. Let's see if this guy went in. Once again, did not go in. No, please don't die. Woo! Okay, we got another one in. And this one's in too. All right, so we got all the zombies. Now all we have to do is get all of the villagers, which is gonna be the hard part. Villagers take forever to get over here. All right, we're gonna go to sleep real quick, and then we are gonna continue to get all of these villagers over here. We are gonna have to make a railway, which is gonna suck. Let me tell you, this is gonna suck, but it's the only way we're gonna be able to get all the villagers over. That is a lot of rails. I don't know if we're gonna need that many, but doesn't hurt. Now we just need to make some regular redstone torches. We should be all good. All right, we got all the resources we need for this, and now we can start building this railway. Now we're gonna have to take it from here, and we're gonna have to go all the way up. Then we go all the way up there. All right, now we gotta connect the whole railway to this one point, which this is gonna be the long part. All right, I'm actually gonna build a breeding chamber for them just so that they will breed instead of me having to drag 12 villagers over here. I'll only have to drag a little bit. I'll only have to drag 3 instead of 12. So we're gonna make a little breeding area for them. All right, now I need to go get a bunch of torches, go to sleep, and then I can start sending villagers over to the area. All right, we got some torches. We're gonna go to sleep real quick. We also need to grab a shulker full of beds to bring over and some carrots. So we're also going to grab all the resources for that real quick. All right, we also got our carrots. Now we need to head back up and start getting these guys transported. There's 1. There's 2. We need 1 more. There we go. I think we got our 3 villagers. They should make it all the way up. Nope. Boing. There we go. There's another one. And the 3rd one. Gotta push this guy. No. 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 Stop. Go back. We're gonna push this guy so fast, he's gonna go right into the place. Okay, here's where we go under. This is where we place the beds. We're gonna place another thing in here. And now we just gotta speed this guy in here. Come in here, and there we go. We got 3 villagers. Oops. All right, now I just gotta leave these villagers alone to breed, and soon enough, we should have 12 to 15 villagers, which hopefully will be more than enough to fill up all of these things, and I can be done with this. This thing has taken way too long. Now, all the villagers go to bed. First voiceover of this video, I was just letting the villagers go on top of the beds and break them and they'll fall in, then covering the pits and using my shovel to make the pits so the iron golems can't spawn there. This one only took like 5 minutes, and then all the villagers were in there and the iron golem farm started working. And that is it for, honestly, today's video. We have completed 3 out of, I think there's 12 total farms that we are going to be doing. I'm just going to check one more time real quick to see how well it's producing. And what are you doing down here, dude? 49 iron already. Now there is no iron golems anywhere else, so this farm is officially done, and I'm hoping this thing will continue to work, unlike some of my previous iron farms that did not work, but it looks like it's still going. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, I know it was kind of a longer one, but if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what farms you guys want to see in the next video. As well as make sure you guys go watch some of my other hardcore videos and come to stream every single day at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I love you all once again. Have a great rest of your guys' day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.